Well, it's been a tough little preseason for our boy Sandon Smith and a couple of these Roosters, to be fair. It's not looking super ideal for them. They had a pretty decently full strength side yesterday and they got pumped into submission. So that wasn't great. And congrats on the Knights front. The question is with guys like Sandon, I was just thinking about before we jumped on was, with the stats that he's shown in previous times in the halves, can you just go off that, or can you have a decent little look at what's happening in these trials and how badly they're getting smacked? And obviously they didn't start on the right foot. They had Spencer Leniu get sin binned. He got he hurt himself, had to go off for a HIA, and got sin binned in the same play. So that was a pretty good effort. I haven't seen too much of that in previous history, but that was an interesting start to the game. And looking at those Roosters guys, as we said here, and Sandon did end up with 43, and he had plenty of run meters in the end. But again, a lot of the Knights players were off by the time he scored his try and all this kind of stuff. So I saw a post from Whisperer saying, these two scores in the two games, can you just fade him? He's based on price, guys. So yeah, if he was to get a 43 in one of those first few games and you faded him, you'd be like, what in the world am I doing? Sorry. The Roosters shouldn't be this bad either. They shouldn't. They definitely won't be as good of a team this year, but it's not going to be the fall off that some people may be expecting. Like, they should still be a top 8 team, but it's good to see the Knights also come out on the other side and play some awesome footy. But guys, if you didn't see yesterday's video, then I have teamed up with Full-Time Sports Bar and Eatery, who are running their own overall fantasy league, which is going to be awesome. But it's only for New Zealand residents. So if you go to Full-Time Sports Bar on Instagram, go to their pinned post there, type in fantasy, you'll get the code for that. And the winner of the entire league by the end of round 25 is getting a trip for 2 to Magic Round next year. So it's free to play, free to enter. Just go and follow the guys and type in fantasy on that pin post and you'll get into that league. That'll be awesome. I think we got a bunch yesterday off the video, so that's great to see. As I said, all those New Zealand fans, you get something going your way, which would be awesome as well. And I believe that the bar is fairly well owned by the New Zealand Warriors, so it's a really cool place, that's for sure. Can't wait to go there this year. But the Roosters players, Teddy, he picked up 30, got 200 run meters. He looked like he was trying his butt off. Just wasn't happening for him and his squad. He got close in a bunch of occasions there, and looks similar to last year with those types of things. Just in all of the attacking plays, just wasn't coming off for the Roosters in this one, and they obviously weren't anywhere near good enough. Marky boy, all right, Nawanga Nituaze, 37 points. And I love how all the commentators just call him Marky Mark at the moment. But 37 points for him, 107 run meters. He did have a try assist, offload, line break assist, which was absolutely beautiful. So that was really cool to see for Daniel Tupou there. A couple of tackle breaks, the couple of offloads, as we said, and they were early on too. And then 12 tackles for 1 miss. So that was much better this week compared to 2 and 4 misses. He definitely worked on that, but he looks massive, hey? He's such a big boy. Big mark, and surely he's going to be good enough in defense, and he definitely has some of the attacking weapons. So him at 350k, it's pretty interesting because it's not based on price. It's a wing fullback that's going to end up with dual position with the center as well, and a team that's probably not going to, the way they're playing right now, aren't going to start super well. But for him to still get 37 in this drubbing, I think shows that he has the ability to do some special things and get some decent scores and make you some money. But he obviously has the low score on the other side when he doesn't make any tackles. So for Mark, I think it's a interesting punt that I don't think is tremendously risky, but we're not sure how it's going to play out. I can sit here and say, I think he's going to do this. We don't know. He's had a shocking score and he's had a good score in a smashing. So I think if they were to play some decent footy, if he was to get a try in there, and that'd be great. We saw Rob Toya last week. He got some attacking stats with a nice, try assist and the like. And then this one was only 66 run meters. And, he didn't look as good as Mark, in certain aspects. Defensively, we're still fine. He had the 1 tackle break, 13 tackles for 2 misses. All great news. 2 weeks in a row now. We've seen the consistency. We know his scores are great in Cup. We're probably going to expect scores of 20 in a game where you lose by 38. 48-10. So Rob Toya, not worried about him either. Just need Roosters to play a little bit better, which we should expect that they should. We should. Good doing videos in the early morning. Sorry for that. 199 run meters for Sandon Smith, and he did have still 5 missed tackles, so 13 tackles, 5 misses, and that's going to be a big problem for him, which wasn't actually that bad when he was playing before. So yeah, it's tough out there. 159 kick meters, so he's got that, in his belt still. Sharing that a little bit with Chad, and obviously, I don't believe Chad played the full game. I didn't watch the last 15. I just saw the try for Sandon. I was out last night at a gig, so if there's any minutes discrepancies or anything I've missed, please let me know on that front. But does have some kick meters, does have the goal kicking as well. So still plenty of fun things for Sandon. For Connor Watson, 44 for him, no missed tackles, 63 run meters, couple of tackle breaks. Easy as you like for Connor. Hopefully it's not going to be a super tough watch on the attacking side, but defensively he should be making lots of tackles this year and is in a pretty good spot to play well and hopefully play some big minutes. So we'll have to see how that one plays out with their team list in round 1. But he should be in a lot of people's sides, I imagine. He will be in mine unless anything strange comes about, that's for sure. Crichton with 34, 12 runs for 69 metres isn't great. 4 for 47 with Victor Radley. So that's not ideal for sure. But for Crichton, you're looking at a guy that you're paying near top dollar for, but should be able to produce for you at times. And it's hard to judge a lot of these games when they get spanked and put 48 on them. So yeah, that's a bit of a worry with Gus at that price point, but he should still be fine. Wong, 25 for him. He had 38 run meters, plenty of tackles, obviously 27 for 2. And on his front, how many minutes is he going to get? You're looking at guys like Nat Butcher, 66 for him, 122 run meters there, 44 tackles. Like, it's really, really impressive for Nat, and we know he can do that. But if he's going to be on the bench, right, let's just say Wong does start and Butcher's on the bench, how does Wong play massive minutes? I can't see him getting the 40, 45, 50, 55 with both edges sewn up for 80 minutes. You've got Watson playing big minutes. Yes, the props and the 13, they don't have ridiculous minutes guys, but Butcher has to be the big minute guy off the bench. If they're going to have Nafahu White off the bench as well, he's going to play those minutes, as decent minutes as well. You've got guys like Spencer Leniu who are going to play decent minutes. Collins is going to be 50 plus. It's really tough seeing Wong playing anything more than 40, and it's probably not going to be enough. Like, he'll do okay, but how much money is he actually going to make over 300k? It's a worry. So keep that in your thoughts for Wong. There's a bit of trappy vibes coming from Wong, as a few people are saying. And I do agree with that. It's just hard to see him going for the big minutes, and we obviously got burnt by him last year. Nafahu White with the 37 for him, 136 run meters again. His running has been awesome in the previous bunch of weeks there. A couple of tackle breaks and 26 tackles, 4 misses. So he does have that at the moment, which we know how important these misses are in our game to games. Just to keep that consistency. So Nafahu, 37 for him. I think he's definitely making money this year. How much is going to be the question, and which other mid-rangers do you want? I think that's the situation with Nafahu. And guys like Kelma, guys like Seafarth, all these types of players, there's so many thoughts around the type of minutes that they might get, and that's where I'm at with Nafahu. Think he'll make money, not sure how much. So might be hard to take just off that, but it could also be like, oh, well, Jamie thinks he's going to make money, then I'll just get him. Well, yeah, I think that'll be a fine strategy as well, because it's very, very unlikely that he's going to get lower minutes in this side. For the Knights, Kalen Ponga, 18 points, he has 7 conversions and a try in this one. Picked up 51 points. A lot of the work was done through the edges, so like the edge back rowers. And my goat, Dylan Lucas. My goodness, he's so good. A lot of work was done there. And a lot of work was done with KPP. So Kaipis Paul was awesome as well. And Ponga, I think, is a cracking pick, especially if the Knights can play like this. He's going to get attacking stats. He's going to get those goals, and he'll pick up 50 plus for fun. That's the big one there. How many Knights can you take? Can you take the 2 or 3? Are you going for Bradman Best like some people are? A few people mentioned James Schiller as well. Just don't. Not with him. What What about Gagai? Only 7 points. 10 runs, 72 metres. Bradman was solid. I think he's a really decent pick, but 1 line break, 2 line break assists, and a try assist, and still only 34. These are the type of scores that he can get. Like, he has the big 100 twice last year, but just has a lot of low ones, even with the attacking stats. And Greg Marzhew, he was looking terrific again. So a couple of decent attacking stats for him with the try assist, the line break, and also the offload. A couple offloads in that, and they keep kicking him to him off the kickoff. So if I'm buying him, I would absolutely love that. But you watch it, it won't happen. And all these random attacking stats, they won't happen for Greg when it's actually round 1. But it worked really well across these 2 trials. He's getting some attacking stats, and he's someone that I think a lot of people should consider heading into this year. He averaged 36 last year, and that was his lowest in 4 years. So if you're looking at that alone, he should improve off that, and he looks like he's passing the eye test to me. Fletcher Sharp, he picked up 40 as well. It's just going to be hard at his price point. He's very, very high. Picked up 2 tries for 40, but he looks spectacular as well. 7 runs for 123 run meters there. 1 line break assist, and tackles were good, 11 for 1. Dang, guy missing 6. Tough times. There's a lot of 0 missed tackles for the Knights, apart from Thomas Kant at the end. He can't make a tackle, apparently. Well, 27 of them for 6. But Jacob Saifiti, what about the old double? Double for the big boy. Congrats on that one. Phoenix Crossland, 41 points for him in this one. While Brayley's here, you can't look at Crossland. If you obviously get 80 minutes, maybe have a look, but he still has terrible PPM in general. Leo Thompson, 42. We had Dylan Lucas, 62. Man, I just love watching this guy. He looks like he's everywhere. 132 run meters. Picked up the line break and an assist as well to get to 62. So be aware of that. And 28 tackles, no misses. He's just a beast. Just a beast. He's been sitting in my team for a while, and I've been flying the flag for him this preseason, and I will continue to. Someone I think you can actually get around is Carpius Paul. 49 for him in this one, 109 run meters, picked up an offload as well. A couple of them actually. And yeah, that right-hand carry is looking awesome for him. 25 tackles for him in this one as well. And I think on the right-hand side, and they're going to use him. Him and Dylan will use plenty. And I can see him improving. So wherever you have him at now, I reckon you put another 5 points at least on him. It's just a question, is that enough? And is he going to be a keeper from that territory? So if you really like him, I think it's a solid pick. If you're wanting him for tremendous value, I don't know if you're going to get that straight up, but I think he can definitely be a solid pick for you. And then Jack Cogger, 34 for him. I think there's just so many halves picks. Like we saw Duffy in this next game, who we'll get to, that played really well and got the goal kicking for the start of the game. So I wonder if he's going to, if that just means that he's locked into that spot. Because if Drinkwater was to be goal kicking, why would they, especially if Duffy wasn't to keep the spot, why would they give it to Duffy? That's probably the question with that one. But with the Knights, I don't think we can say anything more. There's a lot of Roosters players that we had to sit on, it wasn't there. So, all right, let's go back to the other game, the second one and the last one of the preseason. We're actually done with preseason. It's absolutely wild. And guys, if you haven't looked into the description while you're there, all the information for the full-time sports challenge is in there. And then check out the private group stuff, guys. All the information's there. Go check it out. Hit subscribe, hit follow if you're on YouTube and podcast. Appreciate that. With the Storm and the Cowboys, 36-24 for these guys. Up the Cows. Grand final tickets. Let's go. Let's do it. There was some really, really nice signs from the Cows, and Drinkwater was spectacular. Speaking of spectacular, Stefano, wow. 55 points for Drinky, had a cracking game on that front. Picked up 2 tries, 1 out of 3 conversions in the end. Duffy had 3 out of 4 to start, which was nice. A couple of good kicks in there. Yeah, Drinky's gonna run this show, isn't he? He looked awesome. Shout out to the people that have been that are on Viliami Vaalea. With 43, he had a cracking hit as well. So if you're keen on him, jump on. I won't be, but go nuts. Drinkwater, yeah, definitely looks like a solid option, but if he's not going to be goal kicking, it takes away a lot of his value. He has to score a lot of attacking stats, and hopefully, he can do that against some decent teams this year, because with the draw they've got, he's going to have to. Braden Burns was solid with 30. We had 44 from Jackson Purdue with 121 run meters, 2 line breaks, a try assist, and tackle numbers were 10 and 4. Not the best, but you can definitely improve on that as a youngster, and there's obviously a young half as well. So he's not actually a straight-up centre. That's the thing to think about with Jackson, but he passes the eye test. He looks really good. If he's going to be involved in their attack, obviously both edges were in Jackson, in Viliami, Braden Burns, Tom Dearden, got to try there, dummy and going. Then Jackson at 250k will be a solid pick. And just great to see him out there doing good things. And very similar to that with Duffy. And I don't think you can pick Dearden off the back of what we saw with kick meters in this one, just straight up. And the split side to side in terms of point scoring. Braden and Viliami scoring on that right-hand side and Drinkwater going down the right as well. Shows that they are at least splitting their attack to both sides. But with Duffy, he picked up the 6 points in goals, obviously. 49 fantasy points for him, 89 run meters was good, so engaging the line there with 15 runs. 1 try assist, 1 line break assist was good. And tackling-wise, 18 for 3. So we'd take that every day of the week. Very happy with that. If he's named there round 1, he's in my side. I think we keep it as simple as that. There's a chance of him losing his spot and all the rest, but I think you just roll with it if it does go that way. Reece Robson had 45, so a good hit out for him. Sam McIntyre, 42 for him. Good run meters at 133 and 15 hits. And then we had tackles 23 for 1. So that number can definitely go up. But as you can tell with a lot of their forwards, it was fairly low because they had plenty of ball. And there's plenty of points in this game. So, yeah. McIntyre, I think, is going to be a fun little pick. Like, I'm excited for him to be that 50, 55-minute forward for us. And I do think there is a bit of value, but his PPM was gross last year. So we'd have to drastically improve that to get into our calculations, and there's so many mid-range guys. Bateman, I think he's going to be helpful for us. 47 run meters over, 7 hit-ups. Not super ideal, personally, and tackle numbers, he's always going to miss his tackles, so 24 for 5. When I say he's always going to miss, he's always going to have that 2, 3, 4. Given he comes out the line, he chases blokes a bit. There's a bit going on with Johnny. And personally for me, I don't think I can take him, but I understand a lot of people seeing the big value. I'm personally going to wait and watch, but I think that, there's definitely a chance there. If he plays the 80, we just need to see those run meters go up. He had Jeremiah and I on the other side get plenty. He had the guys through the middle, and they flung it out to the edges as well to get some guys good work. It was cool to see Nanai on that, Nanai on the left-hand side there. For his 50, we had Cotter for 42, going through his work. And then, I just can't see the improvement and the increase from Griffin Neem. Like, it's just not happening, sadly. I wanted to. Cohen S came back for 35 points. Like, and he didn't have to run too much. Like, Griffin Neem's out there with 67 run meters, 20 tackles for 2 misses. It's all okay, but the work rate's not there for a guy that we need, personally, to be playing big minutes and doing good stuff. So, can't see it for him. So that's the Cowboys. Let's finish it off with the Storm there. So big thanks to everyone for tuning into this one. I was getting it out there before I had to go to work for a while. I wouldn't be able to get this video out. So, want to get it out. Let you guys think about it. Stew on it before we get team list tomorrow, because it's getting real. We're getting real tomorrow. Let's go straight to Stefano. That was spectacular from him in this one. We had a try. We had 109 run meters. We had a line break. And we also had 26 tackles for no misses. We had a couple offloads as well. Is that right? 3? Yeah, 3 offloads. So, did everything. Negatives were not there at all. He had a good score last week as well. So, it could be Stefano's season. If we see him find some consistency, which we have in the last 2 trial games, then he could be the guy. He could be. And that's what we've been waiting for. But I just thought we can at least watch it a week, see what's happened in the preseason, and make our decisions from there on guys like Stefano. And that's exactly how it's playing out thus far. And I'm going to watch him again in round 1, and then we can have a look, see what happens, and then decide from there. But he really stood out in this one. Sean Bloor was really solid as well. Same with Katoa. Nothing special with those guys. And they had a bad loss, hey? Like, for the Storm, this is rare for them to... had a couple of bad losses. So, there you go. Failongo did go off with a hamstring problem as well. So, hopefully Pap's okay for first game. My boy Howarth, 92 run meters and tackle numbers only 10 for 2. So, a few errors and the like there. Another guy I'm just going to personally watch in round 1 see how things play out, and go from there. It's very similar to selecting like a Titan in round one. He's selecting one of these Storm guys, and with Munster, you see there 34 for him. Really solid hit outer. Obviously got an early mark. 54 metres for him, 21 tackles, 3 misses. Not too much else on the attacking side, to be fair. But were we expecting in this game? We're probably hoping for a little. And personally, I think if there's a lot of halves, like if you get Duffy and all these guys as well, if you get Humphreys, all these players, I think I'll probably have to fade Munster as well and just watch for the week. There'll be a few Storm players we're watching in round one, that's for sure. But yeah, what else is there to say from this side? Tyron Wishart looks solid as well. But yeah, they just got beat really bad. Yeah, not much else to say. Short and sharp with this squad. Only a few guys of relevance and a few guys you can watch in round one. And if you want to take a punt on Munster, I think that's completely fair in round one. Howarth, I'm probably less excited about having a punt on. I think Stefano, you could definitely have a crack at as well. And then Harry Grant at 37, did his job early, and then he got his early mark as well. So 26 tackles for no misses was really, really good signs for Grant and anyone looking at him. If he has lower missed tackles, he's going to dominate this season. So simple as that, guys. Thanks so much. Check out everything in the description like I mentioned, and we'll catch you in Team List. It's going to be super fun. We're getting close now. We're getting close.